KPBS On Demand is supported by UC San Diego's Art Power, presenting cellist Joshua Roman, performing from his album Immunity, alongside music by J.S. Bach and more. Sunday, June 22nd at UC San Diego's Epstein Family Amphitheater. Reserve your tickets at artpower.ucsd.edu.
And rolling, are you rolling?
1 second.
Okay, rolling. So,
Doom, 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 bye.
okay, rolling, and
Clap.
3, 2, can you give me a clap? And acción.
Hola, friends.
We're experimenting with a new format called Port of Entry Shorts, where we make short little videos about the episodes we produce and how we produce them.
We always wondered what our show would look like with a video component, and now
We finally did it. We produced 2 episodes for our first live event, but we want to include the audience at large in the future episodes.
we are excited to share this news with you. And if you're excited as well, please let us know by liking this or commenting. Sorry, damn it.
La pocheza es real. And so without further ado, here's our first 2 episodes called Charles's Dream and Giancarlo's Dance.
We're gonna have to get you a boom, Adrian.
We need a new boom.
I had an uncle on my mother's side. His name is Gianfranco, and he was like a multi-talented artist. He was a photographer. He was a painter. So during summers, I would go visit him to Ciudad de Mexico. And one of our activities during the day, I guess because he didn't know what to do with me, right? It was like draw, paint. So he would put like piece of paper, just draw. So he inspired me to think in that way, that you could be creative. And then I think at some point I realized at a certain age that I did like to draw and I like to paint, and I think that at some point I was like, well, maybe I could be like a fine artist. Maybe I could. There's something romantic about it, I think, right? And then that was it. Somehow I got into it through a different source or through a different medium, which would be theater. And then from there, my life has been going up and down.
Across all the art forms.
Across all the art forms. I think it's definitely very personal work. I think all the films that I've done have come from some type of experience in my life. I've never worked just from imagination itself, so there's something that always has to be from within, something that affected me in such a deep way that I felt that it needed to be expressed. So all the work just comes from that process, I think, which is acknowledging like an experience or my surrounding, processing it, and then, trying to express it. So when I act, I understand because the way I started, for me, acting was a way for me to get rid of a lot of demons, psychomagia. So just use the theater to just explore and get rid of energies I had stored in my life. So again, that's why I gravitate to certain characters or certain ideas that have to do justice with my time and with the story that I'm going to be a part of. I think acting was being able to like share scene with specific actors that I've admired, So Damian Alcázar is one of the Mexican actors that I felt like I was in a quinceañera, and he was like leading me on. I was so nervous because I had this big scene with him. It was like big, like 2 pages or 3 pages, I think it was. And I was so nervous and I didn't know, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, no, I'm not good for this. Like, I was doubting myself, right? I was like, again, putting all these things in my head. And I spoke to a friend of mine, actor, and he was like, no, man, if you got the part, it's because
You're supposed to be there.
yeah, you're supposed to be there, and yeah, exactly. And he goes, and you can do it.
Sabemos los acuerdos a los que llegaron, claro, desde la perspectiva de los empresarios. Tenemos testimonios y los vamos a publicar.
Pues esa es su decisión y la respeto.
No busco su respeto, busco su versión.
So it was memorable because I just let him just take the lead, and I was just reacting. I was so present, but it was just, and at the end when the director was like, Cut. That was perfect. We don't have to do it again. That was perfect. My name is Giancarlo Ruiz. I am a human being who likes to live in the creative world. That would be anything that has to do with art, be it visual, auditory, anything that has to be with creation, anything with creating. That's where I live.
KPBS On Demand is supported by Splatero, helping homeowners pay for home improvements by offering streamlined access to your home's equity with no additional monthly payments or new debt. Splatero provides a lump sum payment in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Pre-qualification available at splatero.com.